Now, on October 7, 857 Israelis were killed, and there's a dispute who did the killing. I'm not going to argue it today. They have killed more than 1,000 people who've been waiting online to get a bag of flour. More than 1,500 children under the age of 1 have died or been killed. Have been killed, not died, excuse me. Have been killed by the Israeli military bombings. So, if we're going to compare that, I mean, I think you had enough. Now, there are 20,000 children dead. Now, no country will ever get away with this unless the Jewish state could. Jewish has lobbies, they have the media. Even the United States media is covering up for them. The media is covering up. The BBC was discovered that it was running cover for Israel. They did a study and it was so biased. Not even the Israeli TVs are that biased. As a matter of fact, they are not. Some Israeli newspaper tells the truth, like Haaretz. They tell you the truth. It's a genocide. They had a headline last week, Israel is starving Gaza to death. These are Israeli newspapers that come out of Israel. And CNN and MSNBC just started showing us a couple of segments the last week after people started dropping like flies in Gaza. Now, I know I'm all over the place, but I'm so hurt and painful. It's so painful that even today, the president, Trumpstein, the pedo, is in England. He said, there's no famine. There's malnutrition. He's saying there's no famine. The lying president of the United States. We voted for this piece of shit. We thought, well, we had enough of genocidal Joe and Holocaust Harris. We're going to vote an America First president who's going to bring this war to an end because he is so being blackmailed. He is the worst of the worst. And we saw that this week with the Epstein tapes. He don't want to release them. He's being blackmailed by Netanyahu and his goons. He has given more weapons, more money, more political cover than genocidal Joe and Holocaust Harris had did in 4 years. He has done that in 6 months. We are, as American, we are complicit directly, to the genocide and the forced starvation in Gaza. Now, I'm not saying the average Americans are, but our taxpayers are. Our representatives are not speaking up. So they speak for us. So if they are not doing what we want, that means they are speaking for us and they're doing our deeds. And we have to vote all of them out. So how does the world let something like this go so far and they just repeat the same thing? Even now, Israel has to do more to elevate the starvation of Palestinians. Israel should do more. As they are giving them advice. That's like saying to Jeffrey Dahmer, why do you have to drill their heads when you eat them? He's a serial killer in Milwaukee who used to drill the heads of his victims while alive in his sick mind to keep control of them. It's like saying, come on, Jeffrey, you have to elevate the suffering of the people that you killed. You're a serial killer, but listen, we know what you're doing. But please don't drill these people's heads. I mean, come on, you already got what you got. You're already doing what you're doing. You're eating them when they're dead. You're cooking their meat, and you're putting their skulls in your freezer. That's what they're doing. I was watching these Western leaders from Australia, from England, the same talking point. Well, we implore Israel to do more to elevate the suffering of the Palestinians. There is a starvation. It is not a famine. A famine is when there is lack of food. This is a forced famine. It is done by design. It is done to kill these people by design, to starve them to death, these fucking cowards in Tel Aviv. This is a generational debt by the Israeli people, a generational debt that will eventually be paid by your children or your grandchildren. This is not going to go away. This is not something that you're going to do and say, well, it happened. Let's now have a block party in the Middle East and integrate ourselves with the Middle East countries. Every peace treaty you made is all fake and generic. You're making peace with the leaders and the regimes. You're not making peace with the people. And the killing that you have done, and the murder and the mayhem and the evilness of starving Arab children to death in Palestine will not win you any friends in the Arab world or Muslim world. Israel does not have the right to exist after what it did. It's an artificial country that was imposed on the Palestinians by the same Western powers who are now saying, can you just elevate the pain a little bit? And it's embarrassing for us. We have to go to our constituents and tell them, listen, we're doing what we can. Can you please, you're embarrassing us, Israel. Okay, starve them a little bit. So after people started dropping dead in Gaza, you know what Israel did? Well, Israel is going to have a humanitarian pause. We're going to throw food, lift drop, or whatever the word is, from the airplanes. Now, the whole objective of you kicking out the United Nations and kicking out all these world organizations and saying that because Hamas was stealing the food, which is a lie, is proven to be a lie by the United States government and other organizations, by opening these fake sites of giving out food just to bring people in to kill them. Now you're going to drop food from the sky. So if you're afraid that Hamas was going to take the food, why would you airdrop food from the air? I mean, that they're going to steal that, right? Aren't they? So history will not be kind, I hope. I hope they don't erase history because with all this media and AI and create a different narrative. But the people have seen with their eyes and they cannot unseen what they've seen. Israel is done as an American ally. Maybe in 10, 15 years, nobody's going to give a F about them. Chuck Schumer, who's the weakest, dumbest piece of shit leader of the Senate, who's been in the Senate maybe 40, 50 years or in the government, said his whole ambition in life is to get the left to love Israel. That's it. How about to love America? Get people on the left to love America and the right to love each other.